Alright, hello everyone, it's Nigel here, and welcome back to the Labyrinth. So, sorry I am quite late. I was having some, I don't know if you saw the comment on my post that I made, like a little addendum to the post I made earlier, or just a few moments ago, that I was having some last minute technical difficulties. My laptop, which of course I read the poems and stuff off of while I go live my phone here, was having some trouble booting up because it had died, and when my laptop dies, it takes a while to boot back up. Not the biggest fan of it, but alright, without further ado, let's get right into it. Let's get right into some poetry. Anthony, good to see you, man. And I see you. Ooh, okay, so let's get right into some poetry. So this first poem, but real quick, actually, before I begin, actually, I'll wait to the end because I'm already pretty late. So this first poem is called "The Cool Kids." And it goes like this. I was never like the cool kids. I never had the latest gadgets. I never had expensive clothes. I wasn't able to hang out with friends all the time. I wasn't invited to their parties. I didn't speak like them. I didn't listen to their music. I never sat at their table. I wasn't invited to. I didn't fit in. I was always different. I was never like the cool kids, and I never wanted to be. So, unfortunately for me, growing up, it was pretty hard to fit in because I stood out so much. Like, I wasn't with all the stuff that the other kids were doing. And, like, sometimes they had, like, the latest video games and stuff, like the Game Boy and the DS growing up, and I didn't really have that yet. Some of the kids even had phones by then, and I didn't have mine. Yeah, I actually didn't end up getting my first phone until high school, but I didn't really fit in with them. But what this poem is saying is that in hindsight, that's not always a bad thing. Sometimes you being set apart, you growing up different from them, could work out for you in the long run. Sometimes, it helps to not grow up the way they did. And it's not to say like having this stuff is a bad thing for the kids and everything. If you're able to provide this for your kids, then great, fantastic. But I didn't have that type of stuff growing up. I had some stuff, of course, but not a lot of the other cool stuff that the kids had, and I wasn't really as cool as the other kids, I guess. I was pretty shy growing up, but I guess maybe it helped me mold me into the person I am today. So I do count that as a blessing, and sometimes you gotta learn to look at the blessing in hindsight. I pretty much here's how it was back then and how did it impact my future nowadays. But so there's that. This next poem is called "A Perfect Day." The sun shining bright through the window, birds happy, excited and chirping, a warm summer's breeze, no school, day off from work, a delicious breakfast appearing in sight, smell, and taste, friends linking up to go to the movies, chilling at the beach, or maybe at the lake, fun and joy in the air, and an awesome and fun party to end this perfect day. So, this poem is more so talking about, sorry, there's something in my hair. Let's see if I can get it out. But this poem is talking about, summer days and everything when you're off of school, you don't have work. It's just a day for you to chill and everything. And it's your ideal, like, perfect day, getting to see your friends, getting to just relax and all that stuff. And when I made this poem, I kind of drew inspiration from "Summertime" by Will Smith, or back as he was known as the Fresh Prince. I think he was still known as the Fresh Prince during this time. That's how it's listed on Spotify. But I kind of related to that, and that was an inspiration for this. He's talking about, just chilling, waxing your car and everything, checking out the girls, shooting basketball with your friends, going to family reunion, just hanging out with family and stuff, and just having a really nice, really fun day. And this could be summer, it could be fall, could be spring, and it probably could be winter too, but But still, just the ideal, just perfect day where you got nothing going on. It's just a day to relax, have fun, chill, all that. That's the type of days that we as people yearn for. Or, how it's a just fantastic day to just wind down with. And this last poem I want to read for you guys is called One Art, and this is actually by Elizabeth Bishop. The art of losing isn't hard to master. So many things seem filled with the intent to be lost that their loss is no disaster. Lose something every day, except the fluster of lost door keys, the hour badly spent. The art of losing isn't hard to master. Then practice losing farther, losing faster. Places and names and where it was you meant to travel. None of these things will bring disaster. I lost my mother's watch, and look, my last, or next to last, of 3 loved houses went. The art of losing isn't hard to master. I lost 2 cities, lovely ones, and vaster. Some realms I owned, 2 rivers, a continent. I missed them, but it wasn't a disaster. Even losing you, the joking voice, a gesture I love, I shan't have lied. It's evident the art of losing's not too hard to master, though it may look like write it like disaster. So, this one's pretty interesting. So, what I kind of got from when I read the poem is that sometimes losing can be a good thing because you gain other stuff. A poem I kind of want to relate to is The Road Not Taken by Robert Frost, or when he takes a certain path, he didn't take the other path, so he lost out on the other path, but the path he took was a good path in his life, and he doesn't regret the path he chose, and that path makes all the difference. And I chose the road not taken, and it has made all the difference. So that's kind of the same thing I'm getting from here, although it's an art to losing, being able to lose and being comfortable with losing something so that you can gain something else. If you ever play like an RPG type video game, and sometimes you gotta swap out party members, you gotta swap out items and stuff so you can get a different item, things like that. So that's kind of what I got from here. Or sometimes or when she says like losing your keys, you spend an hour looking for your keys, which I've done. It probably hasn't been an hour, but I've definitely done something similar to where I was looking for my stuff for a long time. But losing that hour maybe is not such a bad thing, is what this poem is saying. And it is a pretty interesting one. That's why I read it for you guys and everything. But ladies and gentlemen, I think that is going to wrap it up for this episode of Tales from the Labyrinth. So thank you all so much for joining me as I read some poetry for you guys. And of course, not next week, but week after is going to be the next episode of Tales from the Labyrinth. So, and that is going to be episode 15. So for that, I want to do something a little different, something I've never done for Tales from the Labyrinth. I am going to be reading poetry for you guys for an hour. So, I'm gonna have some old poems that I wrote from back in the day, and I'm gonna read for you guys. We're gonna get some new poems in that I'm gonna write specifically for that episode. We're gonna read poems from other people, and everything. So, I'm gonna have fun with that. Now, because it's gonna be the next 2 weeks, it's gonna be pre-recorded, and actually I'm gonna pre-record that well in advance because that's actually my graduation week. I'm graduating from college and everything, so I want to take that time to just like rest and relax and celebrate my accomplishment, and as I hang out with friends and family and everything. So those will be taped in advance, but it's gonna be an hour long. We're gonna read poetry, we're gonna interpret poetry, stuff like that, for about an hour and have a lot of fun doing it. So what I want to do is extend the invitation to you guys. Is any poetry that you want me to read, whether it's something that you wrote, something that someone else wrote, or a famous poem that you want me to check out, please submit them to me. Pretty much wherever you can get a hold of me, whether it's in the comments here, or you can message me. I am on a Facebook Messenger. You can DM me here on Instagram. And pretty much anywhere you can get a hold of me. And let me know what poems you guys want me to read for that. And of course, the other thing is System Shock Radio, of course, is going to be live tomorrow at 1:30 p.m. So you guys will definitely want to join me for that. And of course, as always, subscribe to the YouTube channel. I have a YouTube channel, so please subscribe. It's under sort of the same name as here, the Nigel verse, but we do a variety of things such as movie reviews, video game reviews, wrestling reviews, and of course there's previous episodes of System Shock Radio and Tales from the Labyrinth, and we also do crime analysis videos. I just did one for Marvin Gaye last week, so if you haven't checked that out, feel free to do so. And yeah, so I will see you guys later. Peace.